Everyone, Zeddy here again today with another card review, and gotta admit, haven't been sleeping a lot. It's 4 in the morning here in British Columbia, Canada, but I don't care. I gotta share the new cards with you. There is just a ridiculous Warlock legendary that looks like it's gonna put Curse Warlock like on the map. Some more Warlock cards as well as some other stuff. We're gonna go over that, and of course, you want to get some of these cards. We have our giveaway going on for Murder Castle Nathria. Giveaway 3 mega bundles, the 80-pack mega bundles, 2 regular pre-orders. All you have to do is like and comment in the video, in the description below, subscribe to the channel, and for every 1,000 subs until card reel season is over, I'm adding another mega bundle. We're up to 3. Hit that sub button, make me go broke. There is no limit on how many you'll give. So let's take a look. We have 3 Warlock cards to start off with, and they're not amazing except for the legendary. I think the legendaries are really good. So first off, we have, this is another taunt card. We saw this, saw a taunt card in Warrior, that 4-mana epic that was like meh. And now we have Shadow Waltz, which is a shadow spell. So Tamsman can get you a 0-mana copy of this. You summon a 3/5 shadow with taunt. So that is Senjin for 1 more mana. That's pretty awful. It's pretty bad. However, if a minion died this turn, summon another. That's your friendly minion, enemy minion. It all counts. And you can see the token here. No tribe or anything like that. So it can be a 5-mana 6/10 taunt. And in today's Hearthstone, that is basically useless. I like the high roll's decent, right? Like you get a 6/10 taunt, but let's just think about this. We have Holy Paladin right now, right? They have a spell that if your hero is restored health this turn, you get 2 5/5s. You get a 10/10. Or Warrior has like this 4/4 that if you've attacked with your hero this turn, summon another one. All these 5-mana copy taunt cards have not been good, and I argue this is the worst out of the bunch. 2 3/5s. This is not great. Like, yeah, it can help keep you alive, I guess, but Warlock rather be removing stuff, and you got to kill something at the same time, so you need to have something on board or a cheap spell to go with it. I just don't see this being other than, you know, dust in your collection. I don't think this is a good card. Even copying it with Tamsin, you can do some silly stuff and build a big board of taunts, but like, again, is that winning you games in Hearthstone? I don't see it. And I guess in Arena, it probably sees play, right? Like, actually, 5-mana 3/5 taunt sucks there, but if you do have something on board and you trade in, sure, that's fine. It's probably an arena card at best. I don't see this being a ladder card. I'm going to give it the 1 out of 5 treatment in both standard and wild. And yes, it has synergy with the legendary we're about to show, but I am still not convinced it's a good card. Next, we have Shadowborn. So here's your synergy. It's a 3-mana 3/3 beast. I guess we've had beasts and warlocks before. Wasn't the 8-mana 1/1, you know, the notoriously bad, I can't even think, wow, I can't think of what its name is. It's that bad. It's notorious full board of 1/1s. That was a beast. We've seen like bats and stuff like that. So we've seen beast and warlock, but regardless, 3-mana 3/3 death rattle, reduce the cost of the highest cost shadow spell in your hand by 3. So the thought is you can discount this by 3. All you have to do is play a kind of a 3-mana 3/3 do nothing, and then discount this down to 2, then have a minion die, and then you're still playing Shadow Waltz, and you still feel kind of bad. I still don't see, I mean, yes, you can do stuff with Tamsin, but is that winning games in today's Hearthstone? Today's Hearthstone is so crazy. You're doing crazy stuff, not getting 3/5 taunts. So you have to look at like other shadow spells, which would be worth discounting. And you have like the curse package with like Drag Below. I think the 6-mana AoE might be a shadow spell. Probably is. Yes, it is. I don't know, the effect, just for the mana cheat effect, I don't think it's worth it. And you already have like Rune Mithril Rod, which is just a better discount option that's still in standard. And that thing used to be 3 mana, by the way. Absolutely crazy. At 5 mana, still feels pretty busted. And yeah, Shadowborn to me, again, just does not seem like a very good card. It's a delayed effect. The body does not particularly do anything. And you're hitting 1 spell to be discounted by 3 later. And I can't think of any really great synergies with that. I guess I would imagine Twisting Nether is a shadow spell, but regardless, I just don't see this being a good card. It's just the delayed effect. It's just not worth the sacrifice of 3 mana. Effectively do nothing unless we see some pretty insane synergies. And again, I'm sorry, I'm being mean to Shadow Waltz. You guys can let me know in the comments below if you're a Shadow Waltz fan, but I don't think this combo is really worth like anything anything at all. So those cards not great. However, I do think this legendary is really good. And before I even talk about the legendary, this artwork, absolutely phenomenal. I am crafting this golden, what a surprise, but it's going to look spectacular golden. I just think, I gotta congratulate them on the art. It looks great. Congrats to Alex Horley or Landelli. Absolutely spectacular. Anyways, Lady Darkvein. 5 mana, 3/6, so not the best stats. Battle Cry, you summon 2/2/1 shades, and the token, believe has no tribe or anything like that. However, each gains a death rattle to cast your last shadow spell. So again, it could copy Shadow Waltz. We keep going back and forth here, and well, they've died, so you'll get 2/3/5 taunts. Again, I don't think that's worth your time, but who knows? I guess maybe I should give it a 2. I'll bump this up to a 2. I've talked about it so much. I've bullied it so much. I have bumped it up to a 2, even though it's a 1. Anyways, yes, each cast a death roll to cast your last shadow spell. So I don't think you're playing it with Shadow Waltz. This seems like absolutely incredible Curse Warlock support. One of the things for Curse Warlock is there's only so many curses, and now your drag below can be recast on this. I guess it'll hit a random minion, but you're gonna, as long as there's a minion on board to hit, it will, and the 2/1 dies and isn't silenced, it will hit another target, adding another curse to your opponent's hand. It can recast Abyssal Wave. You can even, I guess in Wild, you can cast Raise Dead. All of that. I just think it is a very solid card. Like Curse, especially they're running the 40 card Curse Warlock package, right? That's typically what's being run right now. I don't know if that deck exists in the next meta. There's a lot of crazy stuff that might not be relevant, but I think it's really good Curse Warlock support, as well as you could do other shadow spell stuff. It's just, yeah, you have to set it up, right? Like, you could play Drive Below on 3, coin this on 5, and then boom, you have basically, you know, a minion with a deal 4 damage death rattle. That's pretty good. But again, weak to silence, but you're still getting 3/6 and 2/2/1s on the board, so you're getting board presence. I think it's a solid card that doesn't just have to be Curse Warlock support, but that's where I see it at the moment. And again, you can go with Shadow Waltz. Why am I talking about Shadow Waltz so much? This is ridiculous. Anyways, I'm gonna give this we've seen the 5 mana spawning death rattle thing not be amazing. We had that neutral legendary that spawned a friendly death rattle its time, but this death rattle is so much better. It literally casts a spell. I'm going to give it a 4 out of 5 in standard. I think its utility, its flexibility will be probably be able to use in multiple archetypes. Pretty solid, and in Wild, probably too slow, but maybe you Immolate. You can play, no, that's a fire spell. Immolate won't work, but you play some crazy stuff in Wild and play this in like a Reno lock, a 40 card Reno lock. Maybe it works there. And again, Raise Dead, getting insane value, although self-damaging can be a bit of a problem. I'll give it a 3 in Wild. I could see it slotting in, and overall, I think Warlock fans will be excited to use this. Plus, the artwork is just so freaking good. And last, we actually got a Totem. Shaman's getting some Totem support. They didn't just make a Totem legendary, and no totems this time around. We have Party Favor Totem, 3 mana, 0/3, so not great. However, at the end of your turn, you summon a random basic totem. So basic is your hero power, right? And infuse 2, you summon 2 instead. So at the end of your turn, summon a random basic totem, you'll summon 2. So that's an ongoing effect, right? If this doesn't die, it keeps summoning more totems. And with your legendary, that gives your totems +2 attack. That's a constant aura. This will have +2, so it'll be a 3 mana 2/3 if it's been once. Obviously it'll keep stacking, and then it'll keep escalating. Like, if this doesn't die, it will keep summoning 2 instead. So the infuse is not much. 2 is basically nothing, especially when you have the totem hero power. You're going to be toteming anyways. You're going to be playing minions anyways if you're playing Totem Shaman. However, the only really support card we've seen so far is the legendary, which is 4 mana. It only gives +2 attack, and this is going to die to almost everything as it stands, and it's just basic totems. That means it can't like summon itself, it can't summon, it's just the hero power totems, right? So they're not spectacular. So it's like an old Tuskar Totemic, right? That card was a 3/2 that was nerfed to just summon basic totems. So you're not getting like Totem Goliath or Amalgams or anything like that. That's not going to happen. So as it stands, with this current support, I don't see this being much of anything. But I imagine we're going to see more Shaman cards, and I guess it's an evolve target, kind of, but you don't really want to evolve your totems if you're going for a totem strategy. But if this can stick around, you can generate a bunch of totems that get attack, and then you Bloodlust, you can get a pretty good lethal pretty quickly. So as long as there's some more support, like some health, mainly health buffs, they need some health buffs, this can do well. But in Wild, you have like Totemic Reflection, where you could copy this, and then both versions will just keep popping out totems. There's a lot of totem synergy in Wild, and you have Totemic Might, Totemic Surge, and all of that. There's some possibilities. We don't have enough information. It's hard. We're gonna have to see more cards as it stands now. It just feels too vulnerable to me. Like at 3 mana, it's just going to kind of die. I'm going to give it a 2 out of 5 in Standard and Wild. I just don't think Totem Shaman's going to emerge as a threat in Wild, but it can go into Odd Shaman, right? That's, well, that hasn't really been a deck since Spell Damage Totem was taken out of the equation. But you know what? I'll be generous. I'll give it a 3 in Wild. Odd Shaman's coming back. I'll throw that out there for Shaman Mystical or something. Anyways, yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments below these cards. The Warlock Legendary looks pretty darn sweet, and Totem Shaman, it's starting to get there, but we need more than this to really elevate it. If you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. Have a great day. Stay salty, my friends.